Hi guys, welcome to Barbie and Ken's World. So I am doing a special video today. Now it's not mental health month per se, but I'm doing this video with Jamie from Beyond the Doll Room. I will link his channel in the description bar below. Definitely check out his channel, y'all. His channel is so awesome. I love his channel. He's one of my favorite content creators. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe. Okay, so it's kind of like it's not mental health month because we're in November. I believe mental health month is in May, I think. But we are deciding to do a continuation of mental health. So we are doing it for the month of November. I'm a little late in doing it. I think I should have had my video up a while ago. But y'all, work has been kicking my butt. And it's just been hard. This is my first time working at a call center. And oh my goodness, my job is very intimidating. And I've been at this job now for about, it's going on a month now. And I've already cried 3 times about this job because I've been on the impression that I'm going to end up losing this job some way or somehow. And it was just, ugh. But anyway, that's another reason why I'm glad to make this video and participate right alongside with Beyond the Doll Room, because I have three plushies that I would like to enter into this video, as well as 4 dolls and one one Sanrio character from Hello Kitty and Friends. They are either wearing green or they have some type of green on their person or what have you. So, yeah, but before I go into showing you guys the dolls, I want to tell you guys a little bit in terms of my journey. I did touch up on my my journey of mental health in another video. If I remember, and my Lord, I hope I remember, I will link that video in the description bar below so you guys can check that out. I did get a little bit emotional in that video, but I know in this video, I at least I don't plan on it. I hope I don't get emotional. So if I do, I'm like, Lord have mercy. So so I am going to go ahead and begin. I feel like I'm seeing things. My God, sorry. So I officially moved to Virginia Beach. Officially, and I mean where it's not where I'm here for a couple of days or a week and then I had to go back to North Carolina, but being here straight, like officially. I moved here, I moved here October 26th, the day before I started my job. I started my job, my new job at the call center, October 27th. Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, I am a virtual receptionist with a call center. We are in a way a switchboard, so pretty much we role play. So every time we get in a call, you know, we pretty much pick up and as if we are the receptionist for that particular company. I never voice to the caller where I'm actually at. We do things with real estate, doctor's offices, daycares, you name it, we do it. So if that makes sense. But anyway, I started that October 27th and we officially moved to Virginia Beach October 26th. So now I am finally here. We are here. There's no, oh, we're staying here for a little bit and then we're going back and then coming back to Virginia. No, we are here finally. I consider North Carolina my hell. I say that because I have gone through pure hell being in North Carolina. I moved to North Carolina back in 2019. And it didn't start to get terrible until towards the end of 2021 when I found out my mother was sick and she was dying, only had a certain amount of time to live. Then fast forward, I go through so much grievings. In the year 2022, I lose my little brother first. 3 months later, I lose my mother. 11 months later, I lose my father. And then I want to say 9 or 8 months later, I lose my father-in-law. I was actually in the room when he died. I was having marital issues. I was going through things with his ex-wife / baby mother. I was going through things with his children. It got to the point where it almost turned physical, and now he has 2 boys, and it almost turned physical where they were about to put their hands on me towards the end of everything. So it was pure hell. You know, his family didn't really care for me, and it was a lot. It was a lot. And so it got to the point where I was contemplating on ending my life because it was that bad. I always would have in the back of my mind, as far as what my mom's saying, sorry, I'm trying not to get emotional. With my mom saying before I even moved to North Carolina, don't be with him. Like, my mother told me not to be with my husband. It wasn't like my mother didn't like him or anything, because my mother has known my husband since I was 19, since college, because he and I are college sweethearts and stuff like that. And by the way, if you guys want to hear like a little love story as far as how he and I came about and met, I will link that video in the description bar below as well. But if I can remember. But yeah, but my mother said it wasn't like she didn't like him or anything, but it was the fact that, you know, he was married before, he was divorced, he had children, and it was drama I didn't need. And my mom knew where I was mentally and knew that mentally this would actually kill me and harm me in some kind of way. I thought my situation was unique because I never had issues with his ex-wife prior. I never had any issues with her at all. As far as I was concerned, she didn't have any issues with me. It wasn't until I moved to North Carolina and she felt that I was taking away her meal tickets, her benefits, pretty much. And I just kind of felt like she was threatened. I felt like maybe she thought I was going to take the kids away from her, because if the kids start to like me, that it will be, you know, and I would always tell her I'm not trying to take her place at all, you know, but, you know, moving forward, long story short, my mom warned me and saw everything. And then when I went through it, that really, it hit like a ton of bricks. It hit like a ton of bricks to the point where I said, I say now North Carolina was my hell. I finally had escaped hell. Now, even though I'm here with my husband, sometimes I contemplate whether I'm going to stay married to my husband or not. We're still making it through. We're still trying. I didn't realize how hard marriage is. And for those of you guys who are married and really feel my pain and really feel where I'm coming from, let me know in the comments. Because honestly, if I would have known I was going to go through what I've experienced and went through prior, I would have never got with my husband. He and I would have stayed just friends, and I would have never moved to North Carolina. I regret that now. I regret moving. But like I said, you know, being in North Carolina, I found my inner child. I will say that I found my inner child where I found my love for Barbies and dolls and plushies, because I've had love for them and I grew up with them and playing with them as a child. But as I got older, I was always told I was too old for that, so I had to just take away all my childhood stuff. And I did that. And, at that point I was into my books. But then when I was going through everything with the, losing everybody and stuff, that's when I found my dolls again, my love for them again. So yeah, I mean, that the one good thing that came out of that was finding my love for dolls and my plushies and stuff. But at the end of the day, North Carolina was pure hell. And if I would have stayed in North Carolina, I would not be here talking to you guys today. Literally, it was that bad where if I did not personally take myself out of here, the situations that I was entangled in, dealing with my husband, that would have killed me. So my job initially that I got before this current job that I have as a lifeguard and a front desk person at a swim school, that really is what saved my life. That was really what was the opening for me to finally transition into moving. And I'm so thankful and glad for that company. I'm on call with that company right now, so I'm no longer technically with that company. So right now I'm just doing full-time Monday through Friday work, doing virtual receptionist at a call center. So now I told my story on that, all of that had messed with my mental health, where I had to be on anxiety medicine. And to be honest, I'm no longer on that. I have to get that refilled. But so I found tea that I'm gonna start drinking to kind of help me with my calmness and stuff like that. And I also found in some of my dolls that I have that they actually have helped me. And to be honest, Megan, and I know what you guys are thinking, right? The Megan doll. Now, I know she is looked at as demonic. She's looked at as, one of those, I guess, Annabelle type dolls or whatever. And it's not even like that. And I will get more into the Megan doll in a separate video. But to be honest, Megan is one of the dolls that I felt saved my life. Even when I came and moved to Virginia, I was still going through. And some of my dolls helped me, and Megan is one of them. But let's go ahead and get into the dolls. So, of course, I have Lorraine, my mini-me, wearing her green dress. Of course, I'm wearing green as well. So here she is. And I know what you guys are also thinking. She has one hand. She prefers that way. I was going to redo her body. But to be honest, she'd rather have just one hand because it's her testimony as well. Because she's gone through pretty much everything that I've gone through. Everything I've gone through and experienced and cried and all that. She's cried with me. She's been here with me through it all. So, and she's been just by seeing me stress and all that, it stresses her out. And not only that, she comes with me everywhere. I talk to her when it's just she and I and all that. And it's got to the point where she's been so stressed. Yeah, she lost her hand. And she wants to keep like this as a testimony for her. As far as something that she was strong enough to not get over, but she was strong enough to go through it. And now she's happy. And this is pretty much like her testimony in a way. So she wanted me to keep it like this. But yeah, she wanted me to keep her with just one hand. So, but Lorraine means everything to me. She means everything. She's came with me to work. She's watched me work and everything. And yeah, she's happy. Lorraine is happy right now. So Yeah, so I have her. I have Ebony. Now, it's not St. Patrick's Day, but this was the only green that I had, that and her green slacks. And, of course, her green rubber band, which is actually, I think, coming loose now. Yeah, I need to redo her hair. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to take this out. But, yeah, a story with her. I was at a place in my life where I wanted to downsize when I was living in North Carolina. I wanted to have just a certain amount of dolls with me and stuff like that. And I was donating and really throwing away stuff. And she was one of the ones that I thought I put in a bag. And I'm just cleaning one day, and I see something in between the wall and the actual black bag. And I'm like, what in the world is that? And I look, and it's Ebony. And I'm just like, huh. And that let me know that what she was saying is, don't throw me away. Don't get rid of me. I know you're going through it. I know it's hard for you right now. Let me help you through it. Let me help you. Give that to me so I can take your burden so that you can be happy. And that's what I did. I said, you know what? Okay. You're here to stay. And she's been with me ever since. Now, she doesn't come with me everywhere like Lorraine does. She usually is my stay-at-home doll. She's stiff, and she's not, it's kind of hard to really, but I'm still working with her. As of right now, she's my stay-at-home doll, but she helps me in other ways. I'll talk to her as well. She is Lorraine's auntie. So, and I'll put her here. All right, next up, I have Elphaba. Of course, everybody that knows, I am Team Elphaba all the way. Elphaba is everything to me. She is my sister. She is my aunt. She is my friend. She's my confidant. She's everything. She is on that level that Lorraine is on, because Lorraine is me all day. But Elphaba is right there with her. Probably even more. But, and when I watched Wicked and I saw how Elphaba's life was, I'm like, wow, so that's why she was evil. Because naturally, of course, everybody likes the good witch, naturally, right? But this was my first time that I'm actually loving the villain. But there's a reason why she became the villain. I'm not going to go into it because I think there's some of you who have not watched Wicked. But I will leave the video that I did with my husband when we was unboxing Elphaba and her sister Nessa Rose. We did like a little short, review of the movie. If I can remember to link all these videos in the description, I hope I can remember. But yeah, so Elphaba's been here through it all as well, and she's helped me. So I have her. And the last doll is Juliana. Now, she's not wearing green, but she has green locks. So, now, Juliana and Lorraine are sisters. They are adopted sisters. She's adopted. We adopted her. So, yeah, they're sisters. Now, Elphaba and Lorraine are also sisters as well. Also adopted sisters. So Lorraine, Elphaba, and Juliana are all three sisters. And, of course, Ebony is the auntie. So, yes. I love her. Now, she is a descendant doll. And I believe she's Ursula's little sister. But, yeah, I love Juliana, and I love her locks. I feel like Juliana is more me because I also have locks as well. So, yes. And Juliana used to also come with me everywhere I went to. Usually, the main dolls that I would always have come with me generally was, of course, Lorraine, Juliana, and Elphaba. I'll probably get to that point again where I'll have all three of them with me everywhere I go. But sometimes I don't feel like taking a big purse with me. It all depends on how I feel mentally. So that's another reason why I'm trying to get more miniature dolls that bring me just as much joy mentally as they do, so that I can bring them with me everywhere I go. But yeah, here's Juliana. Ooh. Yeah. All right, so now let's get to the plushies. So, when I was living in North Carolina, I came across a visitor that would always show up at the screen door of like our patio or whatever. And it was always a frog. And at first it would scare me at one point, but then I started to realize, wow, this frog is coming to me for a reason and it's visiting more frequent. It got to the point I named it, you know? So I named it Hecate or something like that, but she is the Egyptian frog goddess. And so her name is Hecate. And yeah, I would talk to her, and it just seems like every time she came to me, I felt like I was okay. Or I felt like my happiness was coming, my time was coming, you know, my transformation was coming. And it did. And, you know, she's came to me, she's visited me multiple times. Now, when my husband's kids moved in with us at the time, my frog stopped coming to see me, and I said, maybe that's a sign. And so when they weren't there, I would always have a visitor with that frog when they were not around. So that lets me know, okay, maybe that's a sign where they're not supposed to really be in my life. So, you know, this frog means a lot to me. And it's got to the point where it became one of my spirit animals. So I got me a frog plush. And, of course, since I'm showing you the plush, here's one of the Sanrio characters. I forgot the name of this one, but yes. So it got to the point I love frogs, and I used to have a frog with me everywhere I went because it was my spirit animal. And I always felt like every time I feel down, oh, and also right here too, like every time I feel down, or every time I feel like this is the end, that I'm done, and that's when for some reason this frog appears. So I said, okay, obviously you're here to help me, you're here to save my life. And I felt like this frog saved my life. And it got to the point where I used to take this frog with me everywhere I went. Just how I always take Lorraine, it got to the point I could leave Lorraine at home, and this frog was close to me, and me, that represented me just the way Lorraine did, or does, sorry. So, you know, and I named it Hecate. So that is this frog's name. I don't take her with me anymore. She stays at home. She doesn't appear to me anywhere anymore, and that's because maybe she feels like her job is done right now for the time being. And I'm happy. So let me soar, and she'll stick around in silence, meaning she's probably cloaking herself. She's probably still around, but cloaking herself and maybe appearing when I feel like I need her. And she does. Every time I feel like I need her, she appears. So then we have Good Luck Bear as Elphaba. Yee! So I love this. And of course, we all need some good luck in our life. And last but not least, because I know this video is starting to get too long, I have Leaf, who is a plant, who is a unicorn that does plant magic in Unicorn Academy. So here is Leaf, who's the unicorn in Unicorn Academy. So yeah, and if you guys have not seen Unicorn Academy, I recommend you watch it. It is a little bit like My Little Pony-esque, but if you guys are My Little Pony lovers, you guys will like Unicorn Academy. It's on Netflix. And chapter 4 just came out. So it came out last Thursday. Today is Saturday at the time that I'm filming this video. So you guys will see this video either tomorrow or Monday. But yeah. Oh my gosh. This feels good. All right, I hope that's a good thumbnail. All right, so that is my mental health story. Jamie, thank you so much. I will tag you in this video. Yeah. I was probably doing a lot of rambling, but you know, I feel like you guys are family, so yes, for those of you who are not subscribed to Beyond the Doll Room, subscribe to his channel. Subscribe. I will leave his channel in the description bar below. Please check him out. He is one of my favorite content creators, and he is awesome. To be honest, every time I need to pick me up, or if I'm in a mood, I watch one of his videos. He doesn't know it, but now you know. I know, Jimmy, I know you're watching this, but now you know. A lot of times when I need to pick me up, I watch your videos a lot, so. But yeah, so I will leave my Instagram in the description bar below as well, so definitely give me a follow, like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications when you subscribe, so you guys will get notified of new videos, okay? So with that being said, stay tuned, because I'm finally, my next video, I'm going to open this up. This is my second one. So, all right, y'all. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.